Hello guys, hope you're doing well. We will continue our topic speaking about circles. As we said, to define a circle, we can define this circle by finding the center of this circle and finding the radius of this circle. And we can write the standard form of a circle by just writing the radius squared equals to x minus the ordered pairs of the center. So we call this the standard form of circles, and we got some exercises how to find and how to write the standard form by just finding the r, which is the distance between the center and the endpoints of this circle. But the question is, how could we just write the standard form of a circle when we have the same equation written in a different form, not the standard form? It's not like x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. What if we have this form, like x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 8 plus 11 equals 0? How would we find the radius and the center of this circle by just finding or by just having this equation? So we have some steps just to take this equation and find the radius and find the center so we can draw the circles. So what would we do, what should we do to find the standard form of the equation? So basically what we have is we have to group the x and y terms. So we have x and y's, we have x and y squared. So we have to group x and y, and then we have to move the constant to the other side, and the most important step, which is the square for xy. So we have to do the complete the square for xy. We will see how we will do this, and then we can get the standard form. So let's take an example how we can move, how we can transfer this equation into the standard form of the other equation. Okay, let's take a look at this example. In this example, we have the equation, which is not the standard form of a circle, and this is the same question we have in SAT exams. So we have x and y in some terms with x and y squared equals to 0, and he's asking me to write the equation of the circle in standard form. So basically I have to find the radius, I have to find the center of this equation. First step, group the x and y terms. Okay, so we have x squared 4x, while we have y squared 8y. So x squared minus 4x plus y 8y, so we have grouped these y's and these x's, and we have the constants equals to 0. The second step, which is a very important step we have when dealing with circles or with equation of circles, we have to complete the square of x and y. How? Look at this, guys. So normally we have the term which is squared and the term of x plus the constant, but in this case we don't have any constant. So what we do is x squared minus 4x, the same. Look at this 4. We add and we subtract half of this number squared. How? So take this 4 divided by 2, which is 2, and then take the square of this 2. This would lead to a 4. We add 4 and we add another 4 on the other side. So what I did is I take this number, I divide this number by 2, and then I take the square of this number. So 4 divided by 2, 2, and then the square of 2 is 4, so I add 4 in this side and on the other side. Okay, we will do the same things for y. So y squared plus 8y, we take this 8 divided by 2, so 8 divided by 2, this would be 4. 4 squared is 16. So we add 16 on this side and on the other side. So in this side, instead of 0, we have this 11, which is minus 11 now on this side. And we have 4 because we added 4, and we have 16 because we added 16 to this side. So now what I have is, guys, I have x squared minus 4x plus 4 as if we have a perfect square in this case. And we have y squared plus y plus 16, we have a perfect squared for y. So the next step is just we add these constants together to get a number in this side, and we transfer these into a perfect square. How? So now we have x squared minus 4x plus 4. We can write this as x minus 2 squared, because if you factorize this, you will get x squared minus 4x plus 4. And we have y squared plus 8y plus 16 equals y plus 4 squared. And minus 11 plus 4 plus 16, this would lead to 9. So guys, what we did is we transferred this non-standard form equation into a standard form equation of the same circle. So from this equation, we can immediately say that the center of this circle is 2, -4, and the radius of this circle is 3, because this is r squared. So to draw this circle, we take the center, we plot 2, -4 as a point, and then we draw the circle with a radius equals to 3. And we have our circle. So guys, what we did is we just take the equation, we group the x and y terms, and then we try to complete the perfect square, which is the most important step in this operation. We complete the square for x and y, we find the parentheses squared, and then we find the radius. So we can find the center and the radius, and then we can draw the circle. Guys, this is a typical SAT question. So you would find this SAT question in each one of these questions. You have to transfer this non-standard form into a standard form to find these radius and the center of the circle. Let's take another example. And this example is asking me to find the equation in standard form. So we have this formula which is not in standard form. So guys, try to find the standard form. From that standard form you can find the center and the radius of the circle. So as we said, we have to group x's and we have to group the y's, and then we have to do the perfect squared, and then we can find easily the radius and the center of the circle. Okay, so the first step is to group the terms together, and we move this constant to the other side. We complete the square for x and y, and we have here an extra step. He's saying divide both sides by the coefficients. So guys, let's take a look at this 4 here and the 4 here. Normally, when we have a circle, we don't have any coefficient for x and y squared. So we have to get rid of these coefficients. How? By just dividing both sides by these coefficients. So let's try to do this example. Okay, we group x. We already have only one x squared. We don't have any term with x. So this y squared with 9y, why it's 9? Because this 4 out of parentheses, because as we said, this is the coefficient we need to divide by, plus 9a, we have to add this number. As we said, we have to transform this into perfect squared, so we have to add a number just to make this a perfect squared. The same number goes in this blank. This 5, we transferred this 5 into the other side. This is -5 now, so now we have to fill these gaps. To fill these gaps, we have to take this number, as we said, divided by 2, and then we square this. So 9 divided by 2 squared, this would lead to 81 over 4. We add this number here, and we add the same number in the other side. Okay, now we add these constants to get 76, and we transfer this parenthesis into perfect square. So now the equation is 4x squared plus 4y plus 9 over 2 squared equal 76. So now we have to divide by this coefficient 4 and this 4, so this would lead us to this equation. So the final equation of the circle is x squared plus y plus 9 over 2 squared equals 19, because we divided by 4, so we divide this 76 by 4. So the center of this circle is 0, -9 over 2, so this is the point of the center of the circle, and the radius of this circle is radical 19, because don't forget this number in this place represent the radius squared of the circles. So the radius is radical 19. If you want to draw the circle, you will get the circle. So guys, we have some steps to transfer this non-standard form into standard form equation. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the class.